Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the. Oh, it's a little dark in here. Hang on, guys. You gotta get me closer to the light. All right. Not the greatest lighting, guys, unfortunately, but we're gonna make it work. How's it going, everyone? I am the Roo 802, and welcome to the first episode of the RooCast. Today's topic is we're talking about the John Cena Retirement Tour, guys. So, no, it's been a couple weeks since that's happened. So now that we've had a little bit of time to check and see, like, you know what I mean, like, kind of let it digest, and we kind of like look back on the John Cena Retirement Tour. I just wanted to really like Gunther didn't deserve it. Hey, they were trying to build him up as the conquering heel. Like I get it, but trust me, I was not happy to see Cena lose. But I'll get to that as we go through. As I was saying, guys, the whole John Cena Retirement Tour as a whole was pretty cool to me, being a huge John Cena fan since I want to say that was like the 4th or 5th grade. So I've been a fan since like 2004, 2005 ish. I always liked wrestling, but I just never really had a favorite. You know what I mean, guys? And then I saw Cena being the rapper gimmick. And then he won the U.S. title, feud with Carlito, all that stuff. So like I've been watching off and on for quite a while. But so for this whole point of the podcast, I wanted to talk I wanted to kind of like talk about the best matches. So not only the best matches, but I also want to talk about my favorite moments as a Cena fan. Also, like I guess the other things I would say, some of the best matches that I've watched. I also want to reveal a personal story where I experienced watching Cena live, which unfortunately I did not make it for the retirement tour, but that is okay. So, but without further ado, I want to talk about the best matches out of that retirement tour. So the best matches, in my opinion, the top 3 especially. Number 1's got to be the John Cena versus AJ Styles match at Crown Jewel. Number 2 has to be the Cody and John Cena match from SummerSlam. And then number 3's got to be the Dominic Mysterio John Cena match on Raw in Boston. And funny enough, I just rewatched that for the what a match that was. It was, and the promos were great. Dom really is turning into an amazing heel. And John Cena, freaking, as usual, just steps it up. But that overall, like the AJ Styles John Cena match, I thought that was one of the best matches I'd seen all year, because it's just like, and as soon as John Cena and AJ Styles are in a match together, it's going to be great, guys. Like, I will say, I know we had already mentioned the retirement match. Despite the loss, the Gunther match was still a really good match. I definitely did not expect them to pull out the table spot where John Cena puts Gunther through the announce table. I was not expecting that in his last match. So that was pretty awesome to me. I thought it was a great. Truthfully, I thought that was a great way to send him out. Except the whole smile thing, and I know a lot of people had an issue with that. The smile, before he taps out, it's like, and if anybody's watched the interview with him and Cody Rhodes, you guys should check it out. I truthfully think like at that point, like, what does Cena have left to prove? I was pissed in the moment when he tapped out, but it is what it is, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what can you do? Like, it was the way Cena wanted to leave the traditional way. Is you go out on your back because you're supposed to put up the next people, because you don't gain in really. Cena wouldn't have gained anything out of that win. Yes and no, but I already know that, at least in my opinion, my opinion, I think Cena is the greatest of all time. Carried the company for as long as he did. But I definitely think John's the greatest, and I think especially with the 17 titles, but also just carrying the company through a strange time where the company did not. It was like a lot of the big time fans like me. I stopped watching for a little while. I think I stopped watching after what happened with Chris Benoit. So shortly after that, so I stopped watching until about 2013 or 2012, maybe. I think, guys. So for me, I just barely got back into wrestling, but around 2012, 2013, and then really me visiting going to see a live wrestling event kind of is what actually got me back into it. And then the WWE network also being so accessible at the time. So let's see. Man. So as I was saying, guys, so I already went through my wrestling, the matches, so we can go to at least the top. That was the top 3 I went through, but to me, that was the ones that mattered. And for the record, I'd say the John Cena's retirement match was probably top 7 out of the 18 possible matches that he had this year. So all right. Oh man. But all right, so we're at the 10-minute mark, guys. Anything you guys want to say yet, or just want to make sure I give everybody a shot to say anything? And let me go to live chat, so that's better. Anyways, so I will go ahead with my little experience as a Cena fan. So 2014 Money in the Bank, Boston, Mass. Went to my first and only WWE event I've ever been to, and didn't even really know most of the people that were wrestling. until like the last couple matches. But that if anybody doesn't remember, that's the year Seth Rollins wins the Money in the Bank, goes to WrestleMania and beats Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns because he cashes in at WrestleMania for the first time ever anybody's ever cashed in at WrestleMania. But that's also the pay-per-view where John fucking Cena freaking he wins his 15th world title, and that's his last one for a little while. If you all remember, he doesn't win it again, I think, until 2016 or 2017 against Styles, where he ties Flair. And then it took 8 years for him to win number 17 because he wasn't around WWE very much, which kind of sucks. But I wish he would have done way more matches, quite frankly. I also, just personal opinion, guys, I think WWE kind of screwed up a little bit with that. I think they could have had him at least appear on Raw every week. I just think because he proposed like 200 plus days or whatever, and it's like I just think they could have done way more. Plus, like he was even talking on McAfee, which also just personal. I'm a personal fan of Pat McAfee. I think he's I think he's one of the reasons why I like doing the whole podcasting thing, and some of my other inspirations, Stephen A. Smith and some other guys. So, but when it comes to Cena, that 2014 Money in the Bank, that was awesome, and it got me back into wrestling, and I've been pretty much back into it ever since. And I've tried to learn more and more about the past of wrestling and all that too, guys. So, but that, like I said, yeah, that's where it all changed for me, is that watching Money in the Bank 2014, that was awesome. And seeing Cena win the 16th title, well, I didn't get to see that live, but it was still cool to see that just sitting at home. But I'm such a big Cena fan. Like, one of my favorite moments as a Cena fan was the 2006 when he showed up on Raw for the first time because he was the number one pick in the draft. When he showed up on Jericho's talk show on Raw. Dude, I remember watching Raw because I couldn't watch SmackDown, and I was like, holy shit. It was like 2005. I don't even remember. It was like 2005 or 2006. He shows up on Raw. And I lost my shit because I was so pissed I couldn't watch him on SmackDown because we didn't have the channel. The damn cable company we had did not carry the channel. I was so pissed. But oh my god. And also I was a Jericho fan too, but like, oh my god, that made me so fucking happy when John Cena showed up. Some of the other moments was him beating The Rock. The second WrestleMania. I'm trying to think. That the year that he did the United States title open challenge. But most of my memories are from when he was the Doctor of Thugonomics and he had the US title. Like, those are the memories, dude, he was so funny on the mic, and that's why I became such a big fan of him. And he's always just been good at cutting promos. But one thing I did notice when he came back and did this full-time run, I feel like he got really fucking articulate with his freaking promos. A little bit more than usual. I think acting in the movies has also helped him out a little bit too. Yeah, I agree with the whole Ziggler thing. Like I feel like if you could book it perfectly, there's other people that, of course, that should have he should have had a match against The Miz. He should have had a match against Dolph Ziggler. I think LA Knight should have beaten Gunther, but that's just me. Like, I think LA Knight should have beaten Gunther instead of having Gunther win and going to beat Cena. I would have rather seen LA Knight get that push, or even Braun Breaker or somebody. It's just like, I didn't want to see Gunther be the one to retire Cena. But that motherfucker's definitely got some heat on his ass. But like the whole retirement tour, I feel like Edge should have been on there. Chris Jericho. But let's think. Who did he face? He faced Randy Orton. He faced R-Truth, or AKA Ron Cena. CM Punk, AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio, Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul, trying to think, Sami Zayn. That's 8. But he faced Cody twice, so that would be 9 opponents. Damn, I'm trying to think. I don't even remember the whole freaking retirement tour. That's sad. My bad, guys. But yeah, no. I just feel like you put Edge. Yeah, Randy Orton. Yeah, I said Edge, Randy Orton. Like, Chris Jericho should have been in it. No way. It's just like, I feel like you could have booked it so much differently. But at the same time, for what we got, I know he went against Orton, but I was trying to think of like total, like, not only the people that he went against, but also other people that should have been involved. Like I said, Edge, Chris Jericho. Anybody else you guys think he should have faced? Like, should have been Edge last match. That would have been sick. The other person that I thought like they really truly missed out on was, why didn't we have a Rock Cena 3? Like, Rock won once, Cena won once. Like, I know this ain't UFC, but usually you have the rubber match, motherfucker. That's just my opinion, guys. I feel like you could have ran that one back one more time. I feel like I wouldn't have mind seeing him face Roman again. But also at the same time, what would have been the point? Like, unless like, oh, and the other thing I guess I would throw out there is, I wish Cena would have held on to the WWE title a little bit longer, especially because like, anybody else notice that Cody Rhodes was very inactive after SummerSlam because he was filming the Street Fighter movie? It's like, why the fuck did you take the belt off Cena for the title to stay kind of inactive for a little bit? Like, Cena could have held on to it for another like month or two and then dropped it. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion, guys. I really, that was my thing. Is I thought that's what they should have done, actually, guys. But at the same time, I'm not the one that does that shit. So at the end of the day, who knows? maybe the WWE would agree with me that they could have done that different, but I doubt it. But I will say also I want to talk a little bit about even some video games of wrestling really quick. Should have left with it like he said he would have been a good way to start a new chapter in the WWE. Fair. So one of the things I was going to talk about was so if I remember right, I think Cena was on the cover of Here Comes the Pain. I think that was the first one that he was on there. I think Lesnar was on the cover, but I think he was one of the other little pictures that you could see on the cover. And then, but his first cover was the 2000 SmackDown versus Raw 2006, I believe. I believe also he appeared on the Day of Reckoning cover as well, and Day of Reckoning 2 for the GameCube. But yeah, I had a lot of good memories playing Here Comes the Pain and SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 and the original SmackDown vs. Raw. That one's actually, to me, that one doesn't get talked about very much, considering it was the first SmackDown vs. Raw and it was pretty badass. I will say the season modes I miss so much. Especially the way Here Comes the Pain's story mode was. 2006's was cool too. Shut Your Mouth was also good, but Shut Your Mouth didn't have Cena. So I would always create myself or I'd end up using Matt Hardy or I'm trying to think who else. I think I used The Rock at one point too. But back to the other cover guy. I mean the other two covers that I believe I remember Cena getting was, I think he got some other SmackDown vs. Raws, but I didn't really watch wrestling at that time. I think he's on 2011 and I think he's on 2009. But also he was on the cover of 2K15 and 2K23, which I bought 2K15 for both the PS3 and the PS4, and then I also even ended up buying 2K23 for the PS4 as well. I didn't even get this year's 2K. But I will say before I continue any more about the wrestling stuff, guys, I will say, just to give you guys a little bit of a idea of what this is supposed to be. The podcast about, and I know I have the intro on my channel, guys, but I want you to hear it from the person that's created the channel. I in better words than that, at least I feel like this is a channel I want to talk about sports, I want to talk about music, I want to talk about video games. I want to have people on periodically, not all the time, but I want to be able to talk to different people, maybe eventually get to the point where I have people call in and we talk about this stuff, or we end up doing a Zoom call and I end up casting this Zoom call on the stream. It's all stuff that I want to slowly integrate, guys. But I want to be able to talk sports with you guys. I want to be able to share each other's opinions with each other and have it be okay. If we differ, hey, it's just the whole John Cena is like the best match. You might not think the top three matches were what I said, which was the Mysterio Cena match at 3. You had this Cody and Cena match at SummerSlam at 2, and then you had the number 1, which was the AJ Styles versus John Cena match. So really, if it's a matter of, this is just my opinion, guys, and I respect if you guys have a different opinion than mine. Those are those are the matches I like, and so on. It's just goes the same with whatever topics that we talk about on this. Like, everybody is open to their opinion, but I'm gonna also put my opinion out there. This is what it's for. I want to talk to you guys. I want to put my opinion out there. I've been following sports. I've been playing video games my whole life. I talk about this stuff amongst my friends quite a bit and other people. I've been told for years to start doing something like this, and I've always put it off, and now, truth be told, I'm like, I just want to do this. I have no goal in mind other than just do this and enjoy it. I don't care about money. I don't care about how many followers I get. I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want to sit here and engage with people in an awesome conversation, and let's talk about the stuff that we're all passionate about. Like, is everybody here a John Cena fan, for example? Or are you just tuning in because you like wrestling? And you're playing 25 right now? Nice. Yeah, I wish I had 2K25. My nephew does, and me and him often play, and he usually kicks my ass. Not gonna lie. He usually kicks my ass, and it is what it is. I accept it. I'll take my ass whooping, and that's perfectly content with me. But hey, sometimes I win too. So let me see if I can try to get this brightness a little bit better without knocking my microphone off the fucking table it's on. I was just trying to move my camera up so you guys could see me a little bit better, but that isn't seeming to, really isn't. Oh, whoops! I just knocked the camera. I knocked the mic down. All right, is that better? That's a little bit better. But anyways, guys, like, that's the whole point. But of this whole podcast is to just talk about the stuff that we all enjoy. Like, eventually I want to talk about different topics, like, maybe one day I talk about the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series, or one day I'm talking about basketball, or one day I'm talking about football, and it could be a specific era of football too, guys. Like, I want to talk about all this different stuff, like, and who knows, maybe I learned something from somebody else, or they learned something from me. The whole point is just, I want to enjoy the conversation I get to have with people. And I will say the episodes are going to range anywhere between half an hour to an hour, but mostly, like, especially on episodes where I have other people, probably going to reach more of that hour mark. Tonight, I think we're going to lean more towards the half an hour to 45-minute mark tonight, because it's just truth be told, I was planning on having a guest join me tonight, and turns out something came up and they could not make it tonight, and that is okay. So I kind of had to basically an hour to basically kind of just figure out how the hell I'm going to run this shit on my own, because I put this off too many years, doing something that I enjoy, that I'm passionate about, and I wasn't going to. And I promoted it. I've gone through it. I also streamed on Twitch, guys. I I'm no stranger to doing the whole streaming thing, but this is something I really wanted to do, like more than when I used to do streaming. And Raw's at 8. Yep. So that's the other big thing. That's why I'm hopping my ass off this a little bit early. But also, here's my prediction: with Adam Pearce making the post about breaking down the walls, you have to think, is Y2J coming back tonight on Raw? I think yes. I hope I'm right. I will say might go ape shit if Chris Jericho comes back tonight, guys, for sure. It will be a fucking blast if he shows up. I've heard a couple other returns might be happening tonight on Raw, but I cannot wait to find out and can't wait to. Quite frankly, tomorrow we probably will recap Raw a little bit. That will be one of the topics for tomorrow's episode. We'll recap some if anything like big happens, but I'm not gonna like dissect the whole episode or anything like that, guys. Don't want like I'm not gonna dissect it right down to the nitty gritty. No. Just important shit. At least from that I give a shit about. And maybe you guys give a shit about it too. And who knows? But I want to talk about, but not only that, but also I think I might actually pull some video games out from my little collection, and we'll talk about a few great games that and talk about some good memories of the games and see if anybody else here has played them or whatever. Just do a lot of cool different things for tomorrow's episode, guys. And then at some point this week, I hope to have a couple guests over the next couple episodes, but we are going to do this shit Monday through Friday. The times are going to vary. Unfortunately, my schedule is a little wonky. So, like, tomorrow I work in the afternoon instead of the morning. So, we're probably going to do an earlier episode tomorrow. and then Wednesday, probably going to do like maybe a 4 or 5 o'clock episode. And then the rest of the week we'll probably end up doing like the 7 o'clock stuff again, guys. I just think the 7 o'clock on days where I work 8:30 in the morning works better for me, makes it easier, gives me time to like kind of get an idea of what I'm going to talk about with you guys, because that's my biggest thing is I'm not gonna tell you guys to come watch and have it be half-assed. If that's fair, I won't half-ass it, because especially it's something I'm actually passionate about. Like I'm not gonna half-ass it for anybody that actually watches. Like, I don't know how many people are watching right now, and I'm not even gonna bother looking, guys, because it's like that's not why I'm doing this. So, but genuinely, I just want to say we're gonna close up shop here in about 6 minutes, and I just want to say to everybody that has tuned in tonight, I appreciate you, and you guys are such fucking awesome people. Like, and welcome to the RooCast. Like, and I can't wait to do more awesome shit like this with you guys, like every day. Like I said, 5 days a week. Times are gonna vary. I'm gonna post it on my social media. Look me up on the Instagram. It's the Roo802. You got me on Snapchat, guys. The Roo802. Check me out, guys. It's gonna be. We're gonna have such a fun time. Like, I truly mean that. Like, I can't wait to meet so many people. Can't wait to talk with so many people and get all these different opinions and everything, guys. Anyways, before we close up shop for the night, I just want to say one of the other cool little memories of John Cena is the 2008 Royal Rumble. When he comes back, no one expects him to come back, and he wins the Royal Rumble. I also will never forget that the heel turn. And I have not even and the sad part is I haven't even really touched on the heel turn for the retirement tour. But I will digest. I will talk about it a little bit before we hop off this. The heel turn. I couldn't fucking believe it when he kicked Cody in the dick. I could not fucking believe it. I was like, are you shitting me? Did this really just happen? That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life, and that was also funny as fuck when he also when Cody told The Rock to go fuck himself. I died. I was just like, I wasn't expecting it. If you want my honest opinion, one, the heel turn I wasn't expecting, and the go fuck yourself I wasn't expecting. I'm like, wow. I'm like, especially because nowadays they're a little light on the language, I feel like. So, but overall, people knocked the heel turn. I thought it was pretty good, and it had its funny moments too. But I was happy when he finally switched back to being a face again. But overall, I thought the heel turn was pretty good. The way he won it at WrestleMania was a little could have been better. But you know what? It is what it is. Like, other than that, the retirement tour was pretty good. Him putting R-Truth for the fucking table at the post show was pretty crazy. So, but overall, I thought the tour was pretty good for what it was. Like, if you take away the what if John faced Edge, what if he faced Jericho or other people, overall, it wasn't bad. I just wish it was a little bit longer. So I give WWE and John Cena a B for the retirement tour, just because I think they could have made it a little bit longer and they could have made it better, just slightly better. But overall, it was really good. I'll give it a B+. Anyways, that's where we're gonna close up shop, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all very much. Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will post on social media when I'll be going live, guys. I'll give you guys plenty of heads up. Anyways, stay blessed. Peace.